Good morning, everybody. I came back to visit with a friend that I met at the last camp we were at. We're at the Vanville 2019 right now, and Sylvan had started solar install the last time we had him here. So, good morning, Sylvan.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Excellent.
Good. Sylvan's been giving me some good advice. I enjoy talking to Sylvan. We're in his travel trailer. What kind of travel trailer is this, Sylvan?
It's a 32-foot 2004 Thor citation.
Cool. It's very, very nice. Sylvan has a unique business here, and I don't know, it is a business, but it's very interesting to me what he does. But I'm going to ask him about his solar first. So you ended up with how many watts of solar?
1,340 watts on the roof.
Wow, that's a lot of power.
Yes, have a little more than you need is a good idea.
Yep, yep, that's a good
I
idea.
had the roof, and it was suggested to me if I have the area to put it on, do it.
Yep, I agree with that for sure. I only have 750 watts, but I think it's more than I'll ever use. Because what I do with mine every morning, that's the first thing I do is check my charge controller, and it's right up there at the top. So I'm very happy with mine. So I know you're extremely happy with yours. And how many inverters did you end up with?
I have one inverter, two solar chargers, and one inverter.
I did mean solar charger. I
I have
forgot.
two of them. They split it up. The gentleman who took care of the installation was very learned and precise and did things to give it greater longevity.
And who did your solar?
Joe Silva,
He's pretty good at doing that job.
very good. And an electronics technician, and I watched him work, and I will say that he does know what he's
Yeah,
doing.
I think he does an excellent job. I'm very happy with mine. I'm happy I got it done before I came to the van build actually. So tell me a little bit about what your everyday routine is around here.
Well, from habit of being in the work world, I get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, need it or not, and Gina and I, my buddy here, we start our day. But the point is that we try to be as productive as possible every day and do whatever we can instead of, because you can get really mundane in this world. So the thing is that I was, and I go to work a little bit, I produce and so forth. And the end result is that I feel very good about it. Putting the solar into the formula, what it does is, and it was said to me, and I don't mean to belabor this, but it was said to me, make your life on the road here as comfortable as you can.
Amen.
And power was one of the uncomfortable parts. So in turn, I was told by somebody, do as much as you can. And with Joe's help, because without him, I will tell you that would not have happened. But the thing is that he made it possible for me to be comfortable. There's a world of difference of worrying about working with battery lights and so forth and so on, which I've done before, now to walk around like it's a home, which it is, and I can flip a switch and turn it on and not worry. And
Mm,
that's very, very comforting.
yep, that sounds comforting. I wouldn't take anything for my solar. That's just been the biggest relief. And I've traveled before without it, and sometimes I'll be sitting thinking with the old train of thought, and I'm thinking, oh wow, I've got power. I can do that.
That is correct.
So that it's nice to have a home away from home. Okay, I've got Joe over in the background here. He came in to visit us while we are doing this video, and that's a good thing. So, Joe, tell us a little bit about these two charge controllers.
Well, the APPT controllers are 60 amps each, and then dedicated for each of them the three panels, totally of 1,340 watts coming down. And then going from charge controller to the batteries and to supply the energy to the batteries during the daytime and be able to use pressure cooker, one of those electronic ones, and use much energy he can, up to 1,500 watts continuously
Cool.
without depleting the batteries.
Okay, now that we have Joe in here in the background, but we can't show him on camera because he's afraid the women will start flogging in after him. Sorry, Joe, I had to throw that in. So, are you doing a lot of jobs out here? Solar jobs or any kind of jobs?
No, I've done Sylvan's and Ginger so far, and then help a girl. Got a freebie from Hawa up there at Benville, and then I got a couple more prospectus to go. So I just waited for the okay to start. So
I know you've been busy ever since I've been out
and
here.
in and out, little things here and there, fixing little problems on different rigs. Yeah,
Cool.
mostly maintenance.
So when did you start out on the road, Sylvan?
I started on the road. I left Florida. I left Florida about 4 months ago,
Oh,
full time, and it's been an adventure. I call it the journey, and it has been a journey. My From the very beginning, but I did 2 or 3 years of studying through YouTube and reading, and I found that to be very, very powerful. But I will say that, and I'm not saying Joe was there because he's here, but he was a great help as far as learning the ins
right.
and outs of being on the road. That's a very important thing. People who know, who share with you, is very powerful. So I started, as I say, 4 months ago, and worked from Florida straight through Route 10, across through 40 and so forth to here.
So was this the longest trip you've ever been on?
Absolutely. It's 2,500 miles.
Did you travel a lot before you came out here?
No.
So what's your favorite state of all of them you've seen?
My favorite state would be Arizona because it's most I'd say user friendly, but RV friendly. And as I travel across the country, I could see the difference between non-friendly to friendly, and this is very much a friendly place.
Right, I agree with you. Up until I came out here, Michigan was my favorite state, even though it's freezing cold up there in the winter. It was just the prettiest state I'd ever been in. But Arizona just says it all for me. I mean, it's just I've been here since well, I've been back home too in the midst of it, but I've been out here since the 1st of June, and I haven't done half the things that I want to do that you can do here in Arizona. I love it here. And Joe, where are you from?
I'm a district rep from Arizona.
Good. That's why he has so much info for us.
Thank goodness. It helps us all.
Yep. Okay, I'm looking at something over here that's very interesting on Sylvan's table. Let's find out what this is. Tell me about what I'm looking at.
Well, what you're looking at is old style hand engraving. That's a microscope. This is what is called a ball vise. And this is a style where you take and you engrave. Now, what you're doing is you're taking metal and you're engraving things like this. And I have a little sample here which you can view here. This is on brass, and this is a test plate.
That's beautiful.
And then over here is another style. These are called scrolls. And it's very popular. You see scrolls on woodwork and so forth and so on. And it's an old art, which isn't used much because most machines, this is not done by an automatic machine. This is done by a human handling the cutter. It's very, very intense, but it's beautiful when it's finished.
Very beautiful. Do you ever do like jewelry or
Do jewelry, trophies, everything that is
anything that needs to be engraved?
But engraved and made better than. I also, if you buy a piece that in a sale, and it has initials on it and such, in silver or gold, I can remove, which is interesting, to remove it like it was never there and start again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it makes it very nice piece because you can buy them for very little money because people won't buy them because there are initials on them and so forth. And for a small amount of money, you can remove the letters and make it your own, or don't put anything on it.
Wow. Now, I heard you do some kind of woodwork.
Yes, I do. Let me show you some of the things I do. This is an example. I'll bring it out. This is an example of
Oh, wow.
hand woodwork, carving. It's all done by hand.
That's
and
beautiful.
That's natural color. That wood is what the Mother Nature gave us. Things
That's
like
beautiful.
that. And we do that form of, and I do all sorts of things, but that's just a thing I like to do. You know, walking sticks.
Is that Santa Claus? Is that what that is? Or is that
That's
just
what it's called, a wood spirit.
okay.
That's got the beard that wraps all around.
Oh, cool.
And that's a same thing as this, but that's on a smaller scale.
And that one hasn't been
No, it hasn't been finished yet, no.
Okay. And this is Sylvan's shop that you're looking at in the background. This is
the wood shop there, and I use the entire unit as my workplace, and it seems to be working very well. And I will say again, not because Joe is here, but without the power, it wasn't convenient or wasn't even comfortable. Now, because of it, it is very feasible and usable, just like I was when my shop in South Florida, that I would just sit there and turn it on and everything's fine. So I cannot say again, I'll say again, that the power made a world of difference. And I'm not doing it to belabor it.
And I forgot while I was in there, I didn't even notice the sign. Is that a sign converter, pure sign converter?
Yeah, Joe will jump in on that.
That's a lot. Is that one bigger than mine, Joe?
This is a 3,000 watt inverter, pure sine, and the maximum 6,000 watts. So yeah, this is almost twice as big as yours.
I thought it was a lot bigger than mine. Very, very nice. Well, we're going to wrap this up today. And Sylvan, thank you so much for all of your wonderful information, and let us come in and visit your life today.
You're very kind.
Thank you so much. I love your home, and I love what you're doing. It's very interesting. And Joe, thank you for all the info and for all you do for everybody.
You're welcome.
And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.